Hey, what up guys? Chad Kent Color, and today I'm gonna be showing you guys how to paint a surfboard. Something different, something fun. I used to paint a whole bunch of surfboards actually back in the day, and I used to use these things a lot called Posca pins. It's basically a liquid acrylic inside of a marker tip paint pen. Pretty easy to use, a little bit of learning curve. And then there's this company, Board Sticks. Very similar, but specifically marketed for painting boards. So newer, older, both work awesome. I'm excited to show you guys step by step. So if you, you're bored of watching me paint shoes or paint or whatever, you want to see something different, this is it. The first thing is on a surfboard, most of them come, it's already got like a sanded finish. Most people have been touching them and feeling them at the shop or whatever. So basically, want to grab some acetone, clean rag. If you can't get past this step, maybe you shouldn't be painting a surfboard. Basically, wipe it down. And all this is doing right now is just getting the oils. Like I said, people's grimy fingers and stuff eating french fries, and you want to touch something. You don't want that on here, the paint won't stick. All right, so step one, complete. First step right here, number 2 pencil. That's what we're gonna be drawing our basic idea out on the surfboard. It works real well on the fiberglass, and if you screw up, you grab some more acetone, erase it. It's like a liquid eraser, you're good to go. So first thing I like to do, this one, I'm actually gonna split right down the stringer, which is this line right here in the middle. And we're just gonna do this whole entire half, leave that side alone, so it'll have kind of a cool yin-yang look or whatever you wanna call it. And first thing I like to do is find the edge of the board to know where my artwork's gonna be coming to. So basically, left hand, right hand, doesn't matter. Use my middle finger, kind of give myself a guide, use my the ring finger, hold the edge, and you just basically make a nice, mark down and so I'll come toward you guys. I don't have to look because it's a familiar feeling, and I don't think you can see what I'm doing anyways because it's pencil. So basically you do that, draw out the idea. I'm going to speed the film up a little bit because this is the boring part you can't see. Alright guys, check it out. Moved up the camera angle. Got my base colors down. And basically what I like to do is start with the main shapes and kind of fill in main shapes, background, all that stuff, and then obviously hit it with the details, outlines, highlights. It's a process. We're gonna go through that whole process. So these things, they blend together actually really well. It takes a little bit of technique. There's a bunch of ways to do it. For this, it's gonna be kind of like, I don't know, some grays and whatnot. So you gotta shake them out. It's got a little, it's almost like a spray can. Shake them up to get them kind of agitated. And then, let's see, you guys can see there. So, want a tiny little bit of purple in it. And that's pretty much, that's the start of it. So there's no turning back now. And then basically to blend these bad boys, you just want to hit them while they're still wet and kind of drag yourself, halfway back through the first color and the second color and so on. Every once in a while you want to shake them up so they don't, get dried out on you and thinned out. The one thing though I will say is you want to work kind of fast with these because the stuff does evaporate pretty quick and they dry out, and then you'll end up pulling back the color up off of the board while you're trying to add more color. If it doesn't make sense, once you try it, it'll make perfect sense because everyone screws up and does it, including myself. It's just part of the deal. All right, so that's one technique right there. It gives kind of like a nice smooth, almost looks like I did it with like clay or some crap, I don't know. And pretty good blending on it. Another thing to say, when you're doing this, it might look even a little bit messy to you. Stuff like that, don't stress on it, just keep going with it, because the whole key to this type of, you know, paint pen surfboard art is that those outlines are gonna really bring everything back up and out to life. And as most of you guys know, with a lot of my art, I kind of, that's my favorite part, is the outlining, because it you know, it brings it from kind of a flat, like kind of like a fuzzy image, to like a super sharp, crisp, you know, it looks like a sticker you could just peel right off of there. Another key thing on these things is that, I'll show you right here. So you can tell this is a chisel tip. If you try and treat it just like a paintbrush, it'll work just like that. So basically you have a really skinny edge, you have that broad edge, and then, you know, basically if you hold it straight up and down and do that kind of motion, it'll give you different techniques. Use that to your advantage. So like, you know, when I'm going around these curves, I'm on the skinny part, and as I go around the fatter part of the curve, I'm hitting the fatter part of the pen and working it out. It feels more natural. It's something that you learn, and it's cool. All the smooth stuff is done, at least for this section. So this is going to be another technique right here. So basically, get my two colors ready. I'm going to take the black and the gray, and I'm going to kind of almost make little T shapes and pull the color in each other. And better yet, I'll just show you guys. So what you want to do, lay down a little bit of that guy. I don't want a lot, so I'll just go back through here. You can kind of see them kind of shaking, agitating the paint pen. Got that. I'm gonna go back with my gray. And just like the smooth style, you just want to kind of pull a little bit into it. But what you do is, you gotta do this at the right movement. See? If you're doing it right, you're pulling it on each time, giving it a really cool effect and kind of depth. And then go back through and pull it again, and it kind of tapers and fades, and you know, it looks proper. Like that. And I'll hit it with a little tiny white. There you have it. It's pretty cool. It's gonna give another dimension when I'm done here. So leave it at that for now. There it is, man, easy peasy. Done. Move down to the next one. So check this out. All the random colors are done. Now we are on the black line. It's my favorite part. It's the part that actually brings life into everything. First things first, pull the board out to the edge of your stand or whatever you're working on. That pencil line that you drew earlier, that's your line that you want to line up with. It's real simple, one fluid motion. Hold your breath if you want, it helps, whatever some people say. This is how it works. I'm right-handed, so I prefer to go clockwise. And if you're left-handed, maybe counterclockwise, just because it's more natural. But easy does it. Right here. Super easy, black line, made it safe, now I can finish. Alright, so hey, that's pretty much step one of the black line complete. It's already got a cool. Alright, so check it out. You're still with me this far. So basically now we got all the bigger lines done up. So now we go in with a 5mm and a 3mm. I think that's the right sizes. Anyways, medium and a small. How's that? And basically, I'm gonna go back through here, do all my little details, and it just adds depth, texture. You can do whatever you want, but this is what I'm gonna do. So if you guys been paying attention this far, then you obviously know all the steps I took and whatnot. All the black line's done, so you could leave it as is, but I'm not. At this time, I kind of like to look over it, maybe figure out like a subtle like detail, color, accent color, highlight, whatever. And then the final step on this particular one is to go back and hit it with some white highlights. After I do my little look over and little details to make sure it's up to my standard, and continue on. That's a wrap. So basically, finished surfboard. I'm gonna spray some clear coat on it so that way it's protected from the the water and the sun and whatnot. But essentially, that's how you paint a surfboard, start to finish. If you like it, you know what to do. Let me know what you guys want to see next, and till next time.